This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can visit their store by using my referral link in the description below. Hi everyone, I'm Nizzahon, and today I'm bringing you another historic Brawl deck. Our commander is Urabrask, Heretic, Praetor, which obviously means we're mono red, and we're pretty much all in on burn, damaging our opponent as quickly as possible. Heretic, Praetor, Urabrask here may not immediately look like he should be a burn commander because he doesn't damage the opponent, you know? But the thing that he does that I really like and that burn decks often like, you know, if you've ever played a burn deck in basically any format, you know how often you're like one burn spell away from killing your opponent, and Urabrask's ability lets you draw an extra card every turn, effectively. It exiles a card and you can play it. So he helps you find that last burn spell. You'll be, you know, we'll see if it happens when I'm actually playing, but when I've been testing the deck, it's surprising how often that Urabrask gets us that last damage one way or another, and finishes the opponent off. He also has the added bonus of punishing your opponent to an extent by making it so instead of drawing their normal one card on their draw step, it gets exiled and they have to use it or lose it. A lot of the time this doesn't matter. Like if they hit a land, it often doesn't matter. But it does matter sometimes. If they hit a counter spell or something like that, it's pretty sweet. So yeah, the deck as a whole is pretty straightforward. This whole pile here is burn spells. Every single card in it does direct damage to the opponent. Most of them can also damage opposing creatures, so they're removal. But I wanted to make sure that all of our spells can actually hurt our opponent. I didn't want to put in, you know, cards like Strangle from the new set that can't hit the opponent, because we want to burn them out as quickly as possible. So, you know, I'm not going to go through every single burn spell here because that would be boring, but you can see them all here. These are all burn spells. We've also got a pile of creatures. Every single one of them cares about spells or damages our opponent in one way or another. Like Dragon's Rage Channeler here, which surveils when we cast it on creature spell. It also becomes a 1-mana 3/3 flying eventually. Grim Lavamancer lets us turn burn spells that we've cast into more burn damage. Soulscar Mage has prowess, makes our burn spells do damage in the form of -1/-1 counters. Bloodthirsty Adversary gives us a card that can, you know, get back some of our spells. Gatekeeper, so far everything we've looked at was a spell payoff, more or less. Gatekeeper, not so much. We also have a lot of these effects in the deck that sort of punish the opponent for just playing the game, and Gatekeeper's an example of that. We, you know, if they're a deck that's you know, got a lot of lands like most do, and they use a fetch land or something, we exile it on turn 2 with the Gatekeeper. It starts hurting them to play those things. We also have every card that is legal in Historic that damages the opponent when we cast an instant or sorcery spell. It's in the deck, so all our burn spells, you know, we've got Electrostatic Field and Firebrand Archer, for example. Flame Channeler transforms into a powerful creature when we do damage with a spell. Harsh Mentor punishes the opponent for activated abilities. Immolation Shaman punishes the opponent for activated abilities. You get it. You know, this whole pile, I guess Bone Crusher Giant's the one exception, but he is a spell, so here you go. Everything else pretty much does direct damage to our opponent, punishes them for something, or is a spell payoff. So that's kind of the whole game plan. Let's play some games and see how it goes. Okay. This is a fine hand. I mean, it's not an incredible one or anything, but, you know, we've got mana, got burn spells, we have a Gutter Snipe. It's okay. We're up against Kenrith, though. I mean, this is... usually, these sorts of decks can be better matchups. It's kind of weird, though. If someone has a small commander, that's like the best matchup ever, because we can just kill it over and over again. We're usually faster than this kind of deck, but basically... I mean, we'll see what happens, but basically, if we can't beat them by, like, turn 6, it's going to be hard for us to win. So we'll see how that goes. We don't have the fastest hand ever. We do have a Devil's Play, which is great for finishing them off, and it plus Hellkite could be pretty devastating, but we don't have the most impressive hand ever here. Wonder whether I need to play this Hazard. I'm kind of leaning towards no for now, but we'll see. Got an Urza's Rage. But yeah, when you have a commander that we have like 2 or 3 spells in our deck that can actually kill that. Oh yeah, and this does not look good, because they're going to get to 5 mana next turn, and we're just sort of not doing anything. We'll give it a shot, but I'm not loving our chances right now. I mean, we can do... finding a way to do 5. Okay, we do get 1 more turn. That's helpful. That is helpful. Simulacrum, not something where I love the idea of burning it out, but so I don't think I will. I do think we play our Hellkite here. Kind of lame that, you know, these old and older, they're not even that old, but they got rid of mythic animations recently, and it's kind of sad. All right. Well, they just burned themselves. We like that part. Of course, this also has lifelink eventually. Okay. So maybe they're a Saga, not Saga, but Shrine deck. No, that's a Wilderness Reclamation. So they're just trying to do busted stuff with Kenrith. And we are kind of not doing anything. I guess we play Flame Channeler. Yeah. We can play Urabrask next turn, but it definitely feels like we are kind of SOL in this game. There's Kenrith. At least Wilderness Reclamation's not in play yet. I guess if I draw a land... Ooh, spicy. Okay. That hurts. If I draw a land... We can punish the abilities now that we drew a Mentor. That part's not bad. I don't hate that. Question is... Do I just want to play... I mean, the problem is they're going to be able to use these abilities over and over, and they can gain life, so they can even counteract Harsh Mentor. So I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here. I can use Urza's Rage plus Static Discharge. I guess that's what we're going to do here. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. It will transform our Channeler. We'll do 2 to them with our Gutter Snipe. And then... Yeah, Static Discharge on Kenrith. Drops him to 17. We attack them for 5, so we do get them down to 12 out of nowhere here, basically. We have a chance now. Even if we just 2-for-1 ourselves, the goal is to undo that. So, what do you hit? Gutter Snipe? Are you tired of Gutter Snipe? Guess so. Guess you are. Yeah. Don't love the Murderous Rider. Probably... Okay, you're an elemental, right? Ooh, spicy. Didn't, you know, some accidental synergy here, but it's going to be awesome. Not entirely accidental. There's a lot of red elementals, but we do 3 to everything here. Yeah. Doesn't hurt our elemental. Wow, we might turn this thing around now. I wasn't feeling very good, but
You're about to.
How about this?
I always wanted to make a really big fireball.
They do get to draw a card, but we also get to drop them to 9 here. We have Devil's Play in our hand for... We can do 5 with it right now. We haven't even needed Urabrask yet, but okay. Might just have to Devil's Play that, because are they gonna get? They're gonna get. No, it's banned. The zombie generating land, right? Yes. Thank God for that. Yeah, that could be a problem. I think we might be able to win this turn, though. Let's see. So we can put an emblem on them that'll do 1 to them. Burn them for 6. Drops them to 1. Swing with both. Yeah, that... I can't believe we won this thing, but I guess we haven't yet. Something could go terribly wrong here. I don't think it will, but... I guess they could have removal, but we have Chandra, so it doesn't really matter. They're going to go to 1, and then Chandra does her thing. We'll just use her emblem ability now. Yeah, wow. Well, that game didn't go exactly the way you draw it up with this deck, because it looked really dire for a while, but we were able to kill Kenrith with 2 burn spells and just damage them a bunch in a couple of turns, which Like I said, not how you draw it up, but we'll take it. The whole Chandra plus our elemental thing was juicy. No Urabrask necessary in that game. Ooh, so we've got, what's his name? Okay. Yeah, pretty good hand. Xander, that's it. I feel like Xander's going to be too slow, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We have a turn 1 Dragon's Rage Channeler, which is pretty good. We can even cycle this land away to get 1 in there. I don't know if we will cycle it away, but... yeah, we'll probably just play it tapped here. I mean, I could play an untapped land so that I can Bone Crusher on their turn, but I think playing a tapped land works. And they go in slow, which is kind of funny because it sort of leaves us without anything to do with our mana. Which I think means we just start pointing the burn at their face. I think turning off life gain is nice enough that we just do it later. So let's burn them. We surveil. Ooh, Slaying Fire is 3 for 4 damage. I think we like that. We swing for 1. Because it has Adamant, and we're always Adamant in this deck. Well, almost always. We have a couple lands that only produce colorless, I guess. So sometimes it might not work out, but... okay. Interesting. I probably end up playing the Hellkite this turn. Yeah. Good chance they... they might have counter magic, but I think we still go for it. It does get us closer to Delirium if they counter it. Silver Lining. I mean, if they don't stop this quickly, I don't know how they can win, because we just have 2. I mean, this is 7 damage already, and then also Bone Crusher Giant. Yeah, okay. They counter it, which we thought could happen. Gives them a chance. We need to hit our 5th land, because they definitely have a lot of cards in their deck that hitting them with Urabrask would be pretty sweet. So he's coming down this next turn. Kind of feels like we should try to get down to 1 card so that the Enter the Battlefield ability barely bothers us. And it looks like we can, so I think we will. What do we have? We have Creature and Sorcery, and then we're going to put Instant in. So maybe if it lands on top, we get Delirium. So I think we hold on to Slaying Fire, although turning off life gain could actually come up. So just kidding. Let's Slaying Fire them. There's a land on top for us to get Delirium. Another creature is... I think we probably put this one in the yard. It's not great. And if I can manage to hit a land here, I'll be really happy. Aha! So it drops them to 8. The Enter the Battlefield ability won't do anything to us here. And we still have a 3 damage spell in our hand. Not to mention a Bone Crusher Giant chilling in exile and our friend Urabrask, who maybe we just don't cast him. I don't know. Okay. So you make me lose my creature. Yeah. Urabrask, attack Angrath seems pretty good. I could also just attack them with Angrath and count on finding the last... I mean, we already have a Call a Professional in our hand. What happens with this? What does this do? So it would make me discard my Call a Professional. I could just play Call a Professional and Bone Crusher here. I'm gonna lose this 3 damage if I don't use it, so I think we go ahead and use it. Point it at them. Play Bone Crusher Giant.
fire.
So we lose
No
2
steel.
life. We do need to find 5 more damage, and they're reaching the point where they're doing what they want. So, good news is Urabrask does 4 of it. So, that helps. So we probably just play Urabrask and attack them here. Maybe we'll just top deck our Demon Fire or Devil's Play. Demon Fire would be better because it's uncounterable at this point. Yeah. You get your treasures now. Okay, well, we can actually play the card we drew, which is nice. So let's try to play Urabrask. They may counter him, and they do. But, oh man, he's going to be able to use his annoying ability. Oh well. Yeah, they may have stabilized here. They do have to pay for Pact, at least. They still have a ton of mana, though. They go to 4.
No fire.
That is in range of Urabrask. So top deck a land, and they don't have counter magic. We win. They do only have 1 card in their hand, so... I imagine if we draw any burn at all, we point it at them. Right, well now they have 2 cards in their hand. Aha! Oh, I was thinking that was the one that did 4, but it only does 3. Yeah, we still point it at them, though. Drop them to 1. They could have ways to gain life, and that would be kind of a disaster for us.
Fire. No steel.
But almost every card in our deck can do 1 damage to them. Even some of our lands can, so... So, they may search up something that gains them life here, in which case, may be hard for us to make a comeback. You know, I felt good about this matchup and bad about the Kenrith one. It'll be interesting to see if we go the opposite direction of how I was envisioning. Ramanop Ruins would be good. We have the other 1 mana desert, 1 damage desert, the colorless one. Oh yeah, they don't even have to show me what it is. Oh, they go to 4. Yeah. Okay. It's not a complete disaster for us, but it's not great. Obviously. Oh yeah, they can just keep doing it though. Yeah, that is a disaster, isn't it? That is a disaster. Well... How many cards are in their graveyard still? 3. They need 5. I think we still shock them.
No fire. No steel.
Yeah. We're definitely in control of the game now, which, you know, if you ever played a burn deck, this happens. If I play this, they just kill it, but I guess that's fine. Trapped in top deck mode. What this deck is supposed to avoid, but we were unable to. Yeah, we don't have to actually discard anything, so that's nice.
No fire. No steel.
They do have shields up now for if Urabrask comes into play. Oh, hold on. So, Slaying Fire does 4. Plus the 1 damage from the Flamebreaker. So if this resolves, we can win. Yeah. Wait, we don't actually pay the mana cost, so it only does 3, right? Slaying Fire will only do 3. We can attack with both our creatures, though, which might still be lethal. They do have 2 cards in their hand. So yeah, we're not going to spend 3 red, so maybe it's better to call in a professional to turn off the life gain, which I guess they still have access to right now. No, they don't have enough cards, but it's probably still the better option. Yeah. Okay. Call in a professional it is. So let's see if this works. Good chance it doesn't, given our opponent's mana. Okay. They're gonna kill it. I can still... Oh, no, I can't. I guess I can. If only I could just choose to pay 3 red mana for... 3... Yeah, we'll do Sling Fire. Sure. This is going to drop them down to 1. And we end our turn. So if they don't kill this, lots of even more cards in our deck can. Oh, they will though. They'll steal the Flame Breather. Too bad they killed our creature. Because we're getting close to being dead ourselves now. Ooh, we are dead. Okay. All of the Storm Giants for the win. Too bad we didn't have more things in our graveyard when they attacked us. Yeah, it was tough. We were right on the edge of getting there, but just couldn't. But, you know, that kind of sums up burn life, I guess, right? Kind of sums it up. But it is funny, I saw Kenrith and I was like, uh-oh. And I saw Xander and I was like, eh. And didn't go the way I thought it would. Okay. Pretty good. Chandra Dress to Kill is really sweet. You know, this deck doesn't have very many mana rocks. It only has Arcane Signet, but Chandra is sort of a Planeswalker mana rock. Jin-Gitaxias is pretty sweet. So they're probably, you know, they're going to be ramping, basically, and trying to get the Jin-Gitaxias as quickly as possible. We don't have the fastest hand, but could be worse. Don't you love it when you draw your 1-drop on turn 2? The way our mana looks right now, I think holding onto the Hazard is fine. So play Soulscar Mage here. Urabrask has a good chance of being pretty good against them if we can, you know, get there. Okay. So... interesting. I wish I could play... I guess I can, but... I should probably just kill this thing. I was thinking about playing Chandra, getting the 1, Spikefield hazarding this, and attacking them. But that's not very good. We can attack here... and threaten to hazard. Doesn't help us that much, but I guess it's still the better plan. Yeah. I'm sure they just take it, yeah. I guess doing it this way, I actually miss out on 1 damage, because I'm going to use Royal Eruption to kill it. Yeah, I do miss out on 1 damage, but hey. So we'll Royal Eruption the Familiar. Yeah, play this land. Don't really want this reducing the cost of their Jin-Gitaxias, if I can help it. And I can. Okay. Ooh. Well, maybe now I just play Torbrand, because damage adds up in a hurry here. Yeah, let's give it a try. I might counter him. Playing blue after all. Yeah. Dang. Legendary spell got us there. Well. Okay, well, they are having some mana problems, certainly for the kind of deck that they are. Do I try to play Urabrask here? Yeah, I think we do. They'll run out of those at some point, right? Alright, loaded up our graveyard. We do have a few cards that can take advantage of that fact. Getting this incinerator down would be nice. So, they keep missing land drops, but it probably means they're drawing counter spells. Okay. Well. Alright, so let's play Chandra now. Looks like she actually resolves. Oh, maybe not. Alright.
This little candle's gonna set your world on fire.
Use her add red ability, hit them for 1.
Give a toast?
Um,
I'd love to.
Yeah. We're just gonna end up playing Smoldering Egg, so we'll attack them. We're gonna Relic here, I think. I don't care too much. I mean, you know, like I said, we have a few cards that would like things in the graveyard, but not a big deal. So let's play the egg. We can't quite flip it in a single turn, but we can get kind of close. Our opponent's username is the Phoenix, and they're playing mono blue. What traitors? What traitors? They have 3 mana. I mean, they can counter our egg, potentially. I don't know why they would counter it, though, when they didn't counter Chandra. So, bounce is fine. I mean, they're up to 6 now, and there's a God Pharaoh's statue. Wow. That makes our lives a lot more difficult. Okay. Well, I guess I'm glad I drew more mana. Alright, we're gonna magic missile them here.
Things up to a simmer.
One weird kind of combo advantage is Smoldering Egg will now remove more counters from it, right? Isn't that a thing? I think that's a thing. Let's try. Yep. So next turn we can flip it if we use Magic Missile. I mean, they're going to play this, so it'll get countered, but I don't know how much we care. This will transform. Bloodthirsty Adversary. Oh, we can get to 7. Spikefield Hazard again, but... So they're going to counter our first instant sorcery or artifact, which means Magic Missile.
I'd love to.
Maybe we do play the Adversary. Oh, this can't be countered. Never mind. Okay, we're gonna Magic Missile. Gosh, do we Magic Missile Jin Gataxias? Because that will make him a 2/2 who is unable to block our Soulscar Mage. I think that seems pretty good. Yeah. Attack for 6. We can play Adversary next turn and get back Magic Missile again, which is uncounterable. Seems like a big deal. So they would be at 5, I guess, if I'd gone a different route there, but... So they do get a double of whatever they play here. As long as they're spending, it makes me feel like they don't have anything that impactful to play here. But Adversary... Yeah, that's pretty impactful. Not quite going to be enough, though, I don't think.
Can't douse these flames.
All these lands. I mean, normally I'd be like, why am I flooding out? But right now... Yeah, okay. So we go +1. Hit them for 1. Play Adversary.
Let's things up to a simmer.
Pay 3. Get back Magic Missile. Point it at them this time. All of it. Aha! We got there. Maybe not quite as quickly, but we did. It's pretty funny that they played that statue, and I was a little worried, but I was like, wait a second. I can very easily flip this now, and once I flip it, it does some work. Chandra, sort of the secret MVP in that game, though. Just her ability to ramp us and ping our opponent over and over again. Like, it's legit. Okay, we're up against another one of the new cards. We have Fight with Fire in our opening hand, which is one of our few cards that could just straight up kill their commander, so that's nice. So yeah, we keep this. We're going to play Valakut Awakening as a land on turn 1. Okay. So, we'll either Bone Crusher Giant them, or whatever they play this turn, and then play our Giant on our turn, most likely. The Chandra's pretty sweet. You know, she comes with another impulsive draw effect, but she also punishes our opponent for hurting it. Yeah, that's a very good target for this. See you later. And yeah, we just play our Bone Crusher now. Be cool if we have time to play Chandra this next turn. I kind of doubt it. I mean, given what they're doing, they're trying to make a lot of creatures. So, yeah. Probably just Flame Lash it. Although, we can kill Jetmir with Flame Lash, for what it's worth. But we can also kill Jetmir with Fight with Fire. We have the full 4 mana now. I guess we're going to attack first. There's no way they block, but hey. You never know. Maybe they do. Tempting to play Chandra here and just live with the fact that Jetmir's coming. You know, her +1 here is just going to exile the top card of our library, but it puts her at 5 loyalty. Yeah, we're just going to do this.
It's my turn. Sit back and watch it.
Den of the Bugbear. That doesn't hurt my feelings too much. So, I think we're okay here. They can't really pressure Chandra. They take 1 damage if they do. If they attack her here. I don't know why they would just, like... Okay. See you later, Chandra. But they're going to take 6 in the process. So, think I can live with that. I guess they only take 5.
Figure it out on your own.
They only take 5. Ramanop Ruins. Hey there. Okay. Well, I think we attack them. Oh, yeah. And then we play Flame Breather. And then we play Fight with Fire. This is one of our only ones that actually mostly only targets a creature. We can kick it later, though. But yeah, we'll use it to kill Catilda here before things get really silly. We can point Flame Lash at them. So it's hard for me not to want to do that. So this will do 3 right now. We go to 9. I like that. Of course, they probably had a reason to pay that kind of life. If the reason is just playing Jetmir in like a 1-drop, though, I think we're okay. We're okay with that, too, overall, I think. Yeah. Play Urabrask here. Swing out seems pretty good. Yep. I'm not worried. You know, the turn he comes down, he's going to buff them all and all of that nonsense, but I'm not that worried about it right now. So let's play Urabrask here. Yeah, we swing out. I mean, if they block the one that's making the token, like if they triple block the Flame Breather, we kill the one that's making the token. And yeah, if we force them into blocking, then Jetmir gets a lot less scary. So let's see what we... Is this the first time we've actually cast our commander? So they hit a land, didn't really accomplish much. I mean, sometimes you don't know what's going on in their hand, and it does give you some minor value. Like, there was a land they would have rather played, but not by enough that they want to give up their card for the turn, but it's hard to know. So Mogus does 5 now. So 3, 4, 5. Also got Ramanop Ruins, which pitches in 2 more damage. I don't think that concerns me too much. Extra card, okay. So 4, 5, 6, 7. Decisions. So I can play Tybalt, get this to do 5. That could be our turn. Attack with everything. They have to block both of these. Actually, casting Tybalt does 1 damage, too. The problem is, they could find a ton of damage out of nowhere. So I kind of feel like it might just be better to Flame Lash, Jetmir, and attack them here. Yeah. That's probably better. Do they protect Jetmir here? If they do that, that's not going to be good for us. If they have, you know, one of the ways to save, give it hexproof, give it indestructibility, we could be in for some trouble here. We do still get to play Tybalt. Okay. Looks kind of promising. Nope. Oh. So now it gains first strike. Yeah, that's not so good for us. Alright, we'll play Tybalt. Drop them to 6.
The only thing to fear is
Make a devil.
a higher door in audio.
Do I throw Urabrask, Bone Crusher Giant, and Flame Breather at them? They can block and kill one of them, and they have to chump the other, and then they can just take 1. Doesn't really seem worth it to me. It does thin out their board. But having Fanatic of Mogus kind of makes me want to hold on to our board. Yeah, because right now Mogus is lethal. So let's just pass. Hope they can't kill us. Krenko doesn't bother us, so... That doesn't either. I guess they have Vigilance, huh? Oh, They do. It does, but it doesn't matter. Alright. So... Wait, do you have hexproof or some nonsense? No, that's not on there. So yeah, we win. I guess we'll... play that. We're just gonna do as much damage as we can, because we play red, you know? Fanatic of Mogus. Bam. Alright, we got there. See if we can play the other leaders of group, the families in Capenna. We've played 2 of them. One of them beat us. So, in that game, our commander actually helped us get there. I feel like that might be the first time. I don't know. I think we cast it before, and it was like what gave us lethal, but our opponent scooped, and it didn't really do anything. Okay. Alright. Have ways to kill their commander. That always feels good, because this is a powerful one. Has lifelink and... Well... Lifelink is the thing that worries us the most, frankly. Nice. Thermo Alchemist is a good time. I probably don't bolt like anything they play here unless it's absolutely absurd. Because we'd like to save it to deal with their commander. Okay. Interesting. Kind of leaning towards discarding a land, but that could be kind of rough. Our Electrostatic Blast probably helps us find a land at some point. Yeah, I think I discard a land. And then I don't think I discard another card. That card is nuts. Some of these alchemy cards. Because if I don't do this, they get a free copy. Not a free copy, but a copy of some random card in my deck. Yeah, we're going to give it to them. Yay, 2-for-1s. Pyro Helix, alright. Let's play Thermo Alchemist here. They get our Lightning Bolt, and they're just going to bolt our Alchemist. Could happen. How greedy am I? I mean, right now I can't play Gutter Snipe anyway, but if I draw mana for Gutter Snipe, I might play it this turn. Looks like Alchemist is probably dead. Oh! It wasn't quite Lightning Bolt, at least. They had to spend 3 mana on it. Because they didn't control a wizard, but that is what they got from us. Good chance to cast their commander here, and we just bolt it. And attack them. Or maybe they're going to kill our Gutter Snipe, too. They are. Okay. Well, I may just play Mogus for 1 here, as unexciting as that is. I mean, it gives us a 4-2. And it does 1 to them. Don't hate it. Don't love it, but could be worse. Yeah. Exile their Gutter Snipe. Yeah, we had to draw a land or we wouldn't have even been able to play Mogus, but I think that's what we do. I mean, we could be a little cautious here, leave up mana so they don't even make a 1-1, but I'm not that worried about it, honestly. I think we just play the Fanatic here, like I said. Do 1 to them. We have a 4-2. That's a source of damage, you know? And if all they do is play their commander or Murderous Rider, we could, you know, attack into that. In addition to being able to just, you know, burn things out or whatever. So yeah, if they have a 1 mana artifact to go alongside that, it could be brutal. Okay. So there's a Slaying Fire. I think that makes me a lot more willing to bolt this Murderous Rider. I guess I could just Slaying Fire it, because I have the mana. Next turn, if I still have the Bolt, I might be able to do more. Yeah. So let's Slaying Fire this. Doesn't feel great when you know they use it as a removal spell, but kind of look at it as a 4-mana burn spell that killed their creature, because, you know, we just attacked them. So... that's what it was. We paid 3 to do 4 to them and kill their creature. That's what happened. I'm interested that they're not just playing this thing out, because they're playing artifacts and stuff. I don't know what they're waiting for. I mean, they would play right into my hand if they did it. Maybe they're waiting until they can cast it and then cast it again on their next turn, even if I kill it. That could be it. But I don't know. Alright, a land would be good, or just slam Urabrask. Oh, Immolation Shaman's not bad. Punishes them for Bag of Holding, so they could turn this into a creature. Ooh, I should have played my Shaman first to punish that. When they do turn it into a creature, we're going to Electrostatic Bolt it, but I think I missed out on 1 damage here. Oh, maybe not. Okay. We get in for 4. We play our Immolation Shaman. Leave mana up for these burn spells. I'm afraid to just start pointing these at their face, but at some point we might do it. Because... they're at 12. This is 7 damage. Plus, you know, they get pinged by Immolation Shaman right here, for example. Drops them to 11. Wow. Alchemy's wild. You know, they have this Wizard's Lightning in their graveyard, so... yeah, that's cool. What are they doing? I'm starting to be concerned. I think they're trying to ramp into something. Thinking about firing off this Electrostatic Blast here. It's the least useful of these in terms of what it does. The only awkward thing is if I do draw cards off of one of these, and I use it like on their turn, it kind of sucks, but we're going to do 2 to them here, and we'll bolt them. I mean, we could potentially just try to kill them here. Attack. I mean, it could happen here. I don't know what they're doing, but we could just end up killing them here. Hit them for 5. So let's bolt them so that anything we draw will give us even more gas. Like, we have more mana available, I mean. So we do 3 to them, and then we get a choice of our top 3 cards. One of which is Skewer the Critics. So we can Skewer, and then we still have Pyrohelix in our back pocket. Ooh, unless I pay the wrong mana for it, then we don't. Okay, they're dead anyway. I don't know what they were doing, frankly. I think even if they'd played their commander, we probably just win that game because we had multiple ways to deal with it, but they could have at least generated bodies that could get in the way of the damage I was doing, so I don't know what they were doing. Another game where we don't play our commander. This is just 99 card singleton. This one will probably be our last one. See how it goes. Try to keep these videos under an hour. I don't think you want to see me play for like 3 hours. Maybe I'm wrong. Ooh, Yorion. Making your companion into your commander. I mean, making a companion to a commander just seems wrong, you know? This is not a very good hand. I do have Burn Down the House, which can kill their commander and, like, blow up the whole board. And I don't have any creatures, so it's not like the worst thing I've ever heard of to keep it. But it's not great. I think we'll keep it. I think Burn Down the House makes me think it's salvageable. We'd like to have one of our, like, little creatures come down early and start doing its thing. Okay. Well, we have a cheap burn spell now, at least, so what I was worried about is we weren't going to be able to kill any early drops. Well, we don't want to kill that anyway. That draw gains them life. Luckily, the draw a card is what the ETB does on it, so I think we're going to just point this, play with fire at them, and scry. Ferocidon's nice. I wanted a little creature that could, you know, chip in for some damage. It also punishes them if they start blinking too much, and it stops them from gaining life. Such a beautiful card for a burn deck. So beautiful they may just kill it here. They can just chip in so much damage, and, you know, we have several cards, I think 3 or 4 cards in our deck that stop life gain for obvious reasons. I mean, most of them are just good anyway, and they have that tacked on, so we don't have Raconteur mana, unfortunately. I think we just attack and leave our mana up. Drop them to 20. Fire off one of these burn spells, one way or another here. Whether it's on them or on a creature. Man, they're just playing all artifacts that draw them cards, which is making our removal look a little worse, unfortunately. I do actually have a means to make it nighttime, so I probably use Fiery Temper here. Sometimes I can discard this. What? What's happening? They're just going to draw like 1,000,000 cards when they play Yorion is what's happening. That's their plan here. Yeah, so let's Fiery Temper here. Oof. Yeah, missing these land drops is rough. I could just make this do 6, and sort of treat this as a burn spell that does 6. It's not the worst use of my mana I've ever heard of. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Well, it only does 3, basically. Not great, but better than using up like Moonrager's Slash or something. Alright, so Yorion's gonna come into play now. Draw them a bunch of cards. They'll go to 10. I can attack them down to 7. Okay. Or they'll Deputy of Detention. They do still go to 10. That part's good. And we also have Moonrager's Slash, so I'm not super upset about this. I can still cast Injury from my sideboard. I kind of forgot that's a thing. Interesting. So they can blink this and then exile something else if they want to. But when they blink it, I get to keep one of these creatures one way or another. So I don't know. I might just play the Raconteur. I can also... I could just cast Injury to do 2 to them here. Drop them to 8. And just plan on Burn Down the House, but there's no guarantee I get my 5th land. So basically we're looking at, do we kill Deputy of Detention or play the Raconteur? I think we play the Raconteur. So Yorion can draw them 1,000,000 cards. Get them some mana. Exile this instead if they want. But I'm not that worried about any of that. There's Yorion. I mean, them drawing a million cards is bad, don't get me wrong. But I can think of worse things. Interesting they didn't decide to put the rune on a creature. They can gain life right now, it's worth noting. Because our Ferocidon is trapped. Trapped behind Deputy of Detention. Yeah, they're probably going to gain 3 life here. Seems like a wise move. You only have 1 mana. So I don't know why you wouldn't. Especially because I could get back my Ferocidon. I guess you could just do it in response to me getting back my Ferocidon. Or you'll just discard a bunch of cards. Okay. Urabrask to Sea God. So they're probably going to play that card that reanimates their enchantments. That does not bode well for us, I don't think. I think we use Moonrager's Slash, get back our Ferocidon, but I don't think that's going to be enough here. We do take them down to 9. What are you going to do, make a shield counter? No. Get my Ferocidon back. We will end our turn. Okay. They do go down to 8. Land burn down the house is looking pretty good. Looks a little less good now, but it still looks pretty good, I think. Why would you not attack? I don't understand. Okay, so we can just injury this now. Also drops them to 6 in the process, so... They do return an artifact, but they don't actually have one, so they're just going to draw. So yeah, I think we just... Injury. We get a 3/3 instead of our Ferocidon. That's not nearly as good, obviously. I could Magma Jet instead and play Immolation Shaman, which would at least punish some of this stuff. Yeah. I don't hate that. I also get to Scry, so... I could also just point Burn at them, of course. And they're not... They do have this to gain life, and that's what sort of discourages me from trying to just burn them out. Yeah, so... Let's play Immolation Shaman. And then we'll Magma Jet this. I don't think they're going to use an activated ability or anything, but... we'll take one of those. I don't think we want 2, but... One looks okay. Do I wait to burn down the house until this does its thing? Maybe. So I thought they were going to play Brilliant Restoration after they discarded Urabrask to Sea God. Ooh. That's pretty gross. I'm guessing you're going to gain 3. No. Oh, yeah. Why would you? Because you can just exile that and net all the value in the world. So, yeah. Makes sense. I really need to find a way to burn them out, but I just don't know how I'm going to do it in this situation. Oh. Because of the timing there. Interesting. That is interesting. So... we have some choices here. Kind of feels like Raconteur is a good idea. They're going to bounce, basically, like, whatever I play, they're going to bounce it. So, that's something worth keeping in mind. I could use this ability to get in for 2. Could just burn down the house, but that doesn't seem very good right here. This is a 4/4. It's not affected by the effect, but it doesn't do a whole lot, and they'll just bounce it probably. But none of my other cards do a whole lot either. I mean, I think we just play Urabrask. Freaking Yorion. They're kind of just toying with us at this point, you know, because they could just be gaining life. Yeah, return Urabrask. We will let him go to my hand. I think this game was lost a long time ago. So many cards. I mean, if they keep just sort of toying with us, we could sort of find a window to get in 8 damage, but 8 is probably a little too much. If it was like 3 or 4, I'd feel a little better. There's a life. So we're there at 9 now. Oh, good. Something else with life, Link. Oh, good. So, burn down the house, huh? That's probably the direction we go in here. The only awkward thing about it is they're going to get these terrifying creatures before we can do anything about it. Oh, no. So, yeah, they can do all kinds of wacky things. You have a 6th mana now. I guess we burn down the house. And I can't even attack first because this has lifelink, which is just messed up. Yeah, we're just going to burn down the house. It's not really going to solve our problems, though. They do have haste. Yeah, it doesn't help. So we're just going to do 5 to everything. It helps us a little bit, but our opponent can just recast Yorion. They're going to have all this stuff come back into play. So, yeah. Their deck is sweet for sure. I mean, it's Yorion. This is a card that sees play in like all of Magic's formats. And they don't even have to like play too many cards or anything. And Yorion's basically in their opening hand. Maybe they'll deck themselves. Just kidding. They have so many cards. We'll probably scoop soon because I can't imagine we find a way to kill them. We did briefly in this loop. Yeah, we're just gonna scoop. Yeah, we don't have any hope. They're just having a good time, but they got us. I think we let them do it long enough. All right, so that's the deck. Obviously, you know, not perfect, but you know, pretty good. I mean, burning people out with it is very doable, as I think you saw. You know, if you let a deck like Yorion live long enough, I don't think you can beat it with any deck, really. So, and we didn't really do a good job. Especially, you know, we don't have good removal in our deck for big things, so... Yeah, so that'll do it for this video. I'll see you all in the next one.